What if we tell you that one of the most beloved candies in the world was made out of pure desperation? Yes, before his name was on every candy shelf, Harry Burnett Reese was just a struggling dairy farmer, barely making ends meet. He had to support his 16 children with odd jobs, but instead of giving up, he took a bold risk. Reese quit his job and started making candy in his basement. In the process, he created a treat that has taken over the world. Let's dive deep inside the factory and see how these delights are made from humble beginnings to 25 million cups in a single day. If you love sweet stories like this, hit that subscribe button for more delicious behind-the-scenes secrets. Long before they became a global sensation, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups started at a very unexpected place, a struggling dairy farm. Yes, the genius behind this sweet empire, Harry Burnett Reese, was a milkman before emerging as a candy king. In the early 1920s, he worked on a Hershey's dairy farm in Pennsylvania. Those were struggling times, and on top of poor conditions, Reese was the sole breadwinner for 16 kids. Truly, necessity is the mother of invention, and adversity is its best catalyst. One day, when Reese was bottling the milk, he thought, what if I made candy instead? An inspiration derived from the chocolate boom happening in Hershey, Pennsylvania. This idea changed his fortunes forever. He set up a shop in his basement and started experimenting. Reese made a variety of candies, but one idea stuck: fusion of chocolate and peanut butter. Why did he think about peanut butter? Well, at that time, peanut butter was growing in popularity, and Reese saw an opportunity. He perfected a smooth, creamy peanut butter filling and coated it in rich milk chocolate. These were Reese's initial peanut butter cups. The candy sold so well that by 1928, he quit his job at Hershey's dairy farm and focused entirely on his entrepreneurship. At first, he faced a lot of challenges making the candy by himself. When the idea caught on, the struggling farmer couldn't do it alone anymore, which is why he learned about industrial machines to increase efficiency. However, Reese had one thing in abundance: his never-give-up attitude. He continued solving problems and building a legacy. In 2012, Reese's became the best-selling candy brand in the United States. How do they make these iconic treats today? Let's go inside the factory. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups contain two loves of America: peanut butter and chocolate. When H.B. Reese saw the potential for these two things, he decided to use top-quality ingredients to get inside the hearts of the consumers. His successors have never forgotten the tradition. They source thousands of tons of peanuts primarily from Georgia, Florida, and Alabama. However, before they become part of your favorite candy, they have to go through an intense quality inspection. When these peanuts arrive inside the factory, they will immediately get poured on the conveyor belts with the help of sorting machines. These machines use lasers and high-speed cameras to detect any peanuts that are too small, cracked, or discolored. The peanuts will get instantly rejected if they do not meet the strict quality standards. Only the perfect peanuts will move forward. On the other side of the factory, chocolate ingredients, including a blend of cocoa, sugar, milk, and emulsifiers, are prepared and stored in huge temperature-controlled vats. As we learned in another episode of Inside the Making, chocolate comes from Africa and South America. It needs a precise temperature to melt smoothly and coat each cup perfectly. If the chocolate is too hot, it becomes too runny, and if the temperature is below the requirement, it won't flow properly. Every ingredient will be measured down to the gram to ensure that every Reese's cup tastes exactly the same whenever you eat it. Once the peanuts pass inspection, they will head into the giant industrial roasters. These massive steel drums will slowly rotate and tumble thousands of peanuts to roast them perfectly. The temperature inside these roasters is set at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. This temperature is ideal for drawing out the rich, nutty flavor that we all love. However, Reese's uses a trick here. They roast some peanuts more than others. This is a cool hack because mixing light roasted and dark roasted peanuts together creates a deeper and more complex peanut butter flavor. After roasting, the peanuts will move through a rapid cooling system that will instantly bring them back to room temperature to lock in the perfect roasted taste. When the peanuts are cooled, it is time for them to see the inside of powerful grinders. The grinders will crush them into a thick, slightly chunky peanut paste. This is the stage where the magic happens. If you have ever wondered why the peanut butter inside a Reese's cup tastes different from the peanut butter you buy in the jar, this step is the answer. The peanuts are intentionally made to be crumbly, yet creamy, rather than smooth and spreadable. To achieve this, the ground peanut paste is sent into prodigious industrial mixtures, where it's blended with just the right amount of sugar, salt, and a bit of vegetable oil. The sugar sweetens up the paste, the salt enhances the nutty richness, and the oil helps to prevent it from drying out. But here's a secret of Reese's. They add only minute quantities of vegetable oil so that the peanut butter remains slightly dehydrated. This keeps it from being too runny when placed inside the chocolate shell. That's how their every bite is crumbly and melt in your mouth perfect. Once the peanut butter is completely blended, it will be transferred to colossal stainless steel storage tanks where the butter will wait for its turn to be piped into delicious chocolate cups. Now, let's talk chocolate. The factory has these massive conveyor belts with rows of small cup-shaped molds. As the molds pass under precision chocolate dispensers, they get filled with a layer of warm, liquid Hershey's chocolate. Here's the fun part. Rather than just letting the chocolate sit at the bottom, the molds immediately spin at a high speed so that the chocolate edges are evenly coated. This process is called centrifugal molding. It makes sure that every cup has a thin, even chocolate shell. After the creation of cups, the trays are then gently cooled in a temperature-controlled tunnel. This cooling firms up the chocolate while keeping it soft enough for the next step, where the fusion will happen. The peanut butter, which was desperately anticipating the chocolate in the storage tanks, is ready to be dispersed. Each partially set chocolate cup will move down the conveyor belt and pass under a set of precision depositors, which will squeeze out the perfect amount of peanut butter, filling into every chocolate shell. The machines are programmed to dispense the exact right amount every time. Too much filling will break the chocolate shell, and too little is just disappointing. The peanut butter lands right in the center of each cup according to a perfect chocolate to peanut butter ratio. Do you know what's amazing during this process? Everything happens in milliseconds with top-notch accuracy. Next up is the finishing of the setup with more chocolate. Another set of chocolate dispensers coats the top of each cup with a thin, smooth layer of melted Hershey's chocolate. After this final maneuver, the cups will pass again through a cooling tunnel. This tunnel is important as it ensures perfect consistency. The chocolate sets here properly without getting too hard or too soft. By the time the cups come out from the other end of the tunnel, they're complete Reese's peanut butter cups. Now it's time to wrap them up in the iconic orange foil. Each cup will be carefully lifted up by large robotic arms and placed onto a high-speed conveyor belt. After the wrapping, the cups will be sorted into different packs. Finally, the packaged Reese's cups are stacked into boxes, loaded into trucks, and shipped all around the planet. Here, the journey of Reese's cup, from fresh roasted peanut butter to that perfect balance of chocolate and peanut butter goodness, will end inside your mouth. It is pretty mind-blowing to think that a simple treat made in a basement nearly 100 years ago now makes 5.4 billion cups every year. This is the end of today's episode at Inside the Making. Let us know about your favorite memory of these cups in the comments section. If you loved the video, show us your support in the form of likes and subscriptions to the channel to see more secrets of your favorite foods. We will take you on a tour of another iconic factory. Until then, stay sweet, stay curious.